Damn, none of that got picked up? None of my...
You didn't see me hit the button, did you?
What the hell?
You
I don't
fool.
see anything. I'm blind.
I'm blind.
Let me put my glasses on.
Drugs.
Drug City. Now. Got a decent deal at the Hyatt Inn.
I don't know what you're
Drug
talking about.
City.
This is legal THCA.
Oh, that's THCA. Yes. Any cops out there pretending to be younger than they actually are, this is THCA.
Man. Oh, man.
Because, God damn it, dude, fucking...
Drug City.
Drug City.
It's dangerous and nobody wants to go there.
Traffic going in is worse than going out in Drug City.
Drug City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of the touristy nature of it, prices are way too high in Drug City.
Booyah.
Booyah.
Traffic is terrible and there's not much to offer. And drugs. Oh, are we talking just about Austin?
I think I was just doing New York.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
Dude.
What?
You know what I should fucking do? Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of Drag the Lake. I'm one of your hosts, Andy Malfrian. With me as always, the late great
The other
Pat.
host.
The other guy.
The other host.
It does say Ann Pat George, and this is the very only Ann Pat George.
Host numero dos.
Yo, chill.
What's this?
You might have just...
What did I do?
I don't know. I hope there's no South Central gangs
I
watching.
don't care at this point. Shoot me.
Really?
Yeah, kind of want it. At this point, you'll just martyr me for facts.
That's our bumping mics.
Yeah.
Just murder me in cold
You
blood.
fucking pussy.
Wouldn't that be great? Like suicide note bumping mics.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
I'm going to give a shout out. I'm not going to blame people on my suicide note. I'm going to give shout outs. Like, hey, shout out to Andy for a real one. I know he's doing this shit right now. He's hanging out. JK, rope wouldn't handle it.
Sorry, I'm still on fucking
Just shoot me.
I'm still on fucking emo bumping mics. Yo, you ever notice the world is just real life is just an endless string of fucking letdowns?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I was doing the slapping it on my
Dude, you could do it. You could do it like Dave Chappelle. Be like, y'all ever notice? Y'all ever notice every day seems the same, but when you look at the overarching theme of your life, everything changes a little bit.
You ever had it?
And then you like run around.
You ever had an existential crisis?
You ever have an existential crisis and realize the last 40 years of your life were pointless because you've been trying to live a lie that you could never possibly meet?
I want to just give him still smoking cigarettes.
Oh,
this whole
yeah.
time. Never didn't quit, but still somehow got healthier.
Well, you can get muscles and still have a shitty lung. I'm not.
Your outsides can look better.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm very pro Dave Chappelle never stop smoking cigarettes, even if his doctor tells him to stop.
He sounds awful.
Even if no, that's just the HGH or whatever, the human growth hormone to make him gigantic at his age.
That's what the sound is.
I'm
now?
guessing he's probably You know how like when
It beefs up your vocal cords too.
what's his name now? Elliot Page. You know when a lot of F to M's, they take a lot of the testosterone and it gives them that raspy voice.
Yeah.
So they'll just be like, hey, I have a penis now. I have a penis. I'm identify as a boy.
It's like it's going through a filter.
I'm living my true self.
I'm finally living my truth.
Yeah, I got my tips off. I'm so happy.
I had an uncle like that.
Without tits?
No. Transition uncle from having a voice box to not.
Oh.
And I remember.
But he didn't get gender affirming care. He just had throat cancer.
We just judged him openly, and I feel terrible about it now. I should have accepted him for who he was. He transitioned from having a throat to not.
Oh, I didn't realize you're trans cancer. You're transitioning into having cancer.
Yeah, you're trans neck.
I should have identified your who you were.
I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to dead name you with saying bringing up the when you didn't have cancer.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. I had no idea what I was doing. Like seriously, I mean, I was only.
What are
like,
the rules
I was
of
only
this?
like 5 or 6 at the time, so I don't like.
100 pounds.
No,
Got your ass,
Andy.
dude. You fucking stupid.
you're the one
idiot.
wearing the fat vipers.
What?
I'm letting them see my baby Hazy.
You're literally wearing the fat guy outfit.
What are you
Literally,
talking about? Sweatpants?
you're in the outfit of one of the fattest comics.
People-
who's amazing, Stavros, but he is the biggest comic.
If I may, sweatsuits. You oftentimes think.
If I gay,
they're-
sorry,
Stop.
can't.
This is not.
I'm living my truth as a gay man. You can't tell me to stop.
If most people are, there's a misconception about sweatsuits that they're meant for exercise. No. They're meant for the fellas that always sweat. and that's us.
Yeah.
It's wicking all over.
Well, in the irony of the nature of meat, this is technically a sweatshirt. It's
Yeah.
the shirt I'm sweating
Every
in.
shirt I wear is a sweatshirt. Every shirt
Oh,
I wear
man.
is a sweatshirt. Every shirt I have is stained.
Dude, I've
yeah.
been speaking of sweating, I've been living my truth the past couple days, just
Oh.
Instacarting up a storm.
God bless.
And I went to local establishment Fiesta.
Yeah.
I was the only honk in there.
Uh-huh.
There was one African American gentleman, but besides that, it was many, many beautiful Mexican people.
And
Which shout out to the Mexican people. Always very well dressed.
yeah.
Not a lot of like. I mean, there was one dude. It was funny. This one dude just had one Mexican dude had a hoodie on that said just Australia, and it was like, but it was just that was funny. I don't know
wrong.
why.
Close. But
Yeah.
no, it's America.
Still sounds funny. Wrong
America.
country.
Yeah.
No,
Hey, do me a favor, compadre. Go ahead and say that word on your back.
They love when you do that to them. By the way,
Yeah.
in the whitest accent, you go, amigo, over here.
Por favor. Por favor.
Underlay,
Por
underlay,
favor.
underlay.
Hey, express.
You
Rapido.
When you sternly yell underlay at him.
Rapido.
Oi.
Bathroom. Bueno. What's it called? Biblioteca or something? I don't know.
But I was at Fiesta.
Baño.
Donde está?
I'm just interrupting him. I'm having a conversation with him. Baño.
Wait, what is that?
Bathroom.
Oh, there's just two people. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, mi amor.
Numero deuce. Baño. Deuce. Rapido.
You just walk into Fiesta.
I
Yell,
have Rapido Duso.
amigo, baño.
How do you say diarrhea in Spanish? It's just a Rapido Duso.
Rapido. Well, I don't want to. Well, no, actually, that's
Trying to think of a fast number 2.
I was about to say a Spanish word for black, but I meant to
Take
say
it easy.
what's the Spanish word for brown?
Uh,
I don't know. Oh, but anyway, so I'm in Fiesta, and I gotta be honest. Something nice about shopping to Mexican music, cause they just like Mexican people and like Spanish people in general just really like being them. Never really experienced that growing up white.
Yeah.
Allowed to, and also I don't want to be like all the people who are really hyped about being white.
yeah.
Not a good vibe.
Yeah.
I've never
of all the races to be proud of being, white is apparently one of the only one is frowned on.
Well, it's because
You're not allowed to be a proud white.
yeah, you're not allowed to be
I
like
didn't think I should say it.
I love. Yeah,
It's
that's
like
the
one of those
thing.
things where it's like, ooh.
It's just every example, and also too, it's like if you get like pure African, like you get beautiful dark skin, beautiful women. I've seen National Geographics; those tits are amazing.
Yeah.
And then if you get
Wonderful
like
ladies.
pure whatever Spanish culture it is, but it's like I've been like doing comedy to like different southern states. The more pure white you get, it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not. Well, there's two different versions. There's like
pure
the
white,
fat.
a lot of pure white is inbred.
Yeah, well,
Like,
there's
it's pretty bad.
the American pure white's bad time.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, like, Swedish, that's good stuff. You almost understand Hitler when you see it. But anyway,
Glad I didn't say that proud of being white thing earlier.
that's the thing, dude. It's just when white people are proud, it's a bad time.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it goes overboard.
I do feel envious of it sometimes because when I see people who are, like, proud to be their thing,
Yeah.
it's just because it's like, when you go to, like, H-E-B or any of the main, or like a Walmart, like you go to Walmart, this is actually a good drag. I'm not just trying to shoehorn my day into this podcast, but I go to Walmart whenever I need like a fucking screwdriver or random shit like that. And they have this thing that makes me laugh where I go, they literally have Walmart radio.
Yeah.
And you're like, why? Who's that for?
They have like Chipotle radio, dude.
It's
crazy.
insane. I don't know what this like corporations do it. Corporations are just like, all right, so these people, the people that shop at our store actually are nothing like normal human beings. So this will work on them. But it's like, but on top of that, you're like, what's the goal? Just play generic music in the background. I don't need the radio host of Walmart Radio giving me the rundown on, like, dude, they act like there's shows. Like, I'm going to be like, yo, let's wait till 4 to go shopping. That's when Ding Dong and the Billy Bob are doing their fucking 4 p.m. fucking retard hour.
Luckily, they don't go that far, like where they're having like a fake radio show like that. But like, it is kind of weird to like intro song, like, but it's just it's just I don't know how they like license it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, because it is a lot of times it's like real like music, like it's not just like it's Mariah Carey, shit like that, like or like around the holidays and shit like that. Because Starbucks, I feel like does it right. Because they'll have changing playlists, and they'll have like a theme, like a 90s and 80s. They'll have Broadway songs. They'll have classic songs, like whatever. They have like, you know, acoustic live performances, whatever. They have shit like that. I feel like but like stuff like Walmart or anything like that, I don't know what is the hold up with them, because I know they want to make announcements, right? They want to have pre-recorded announcements from that fucking dickhead. So they're trying to probably subliminally like trick your mind as you're shopping, just to make you like sneak these like ads into your head of like, hey, you know, shop, you know, there's blah blah blah, this sale's going on next week, and blah, blah. But even stuff like that where you're not even thinking of it, it's just playing in the background, you just kind of zone it out. Like I'm usually wearing headphones, I'm usually doing that. Like, I don't think you really need anything. I don't think it would change much. I would be interested to have a store completely with playing no things, but just having the PA open. And I feel like it wouldn't be that different, or maybe most stores did that maybe when we were growing up.
No music?
Yeah, because I don't remember necessarily that.
I would like...
At the mall, maybe, like department stores, but maybe not grocery stores.
I would like a store with no music, now that I think about it.
I don't need it.
I do like the general ambiance of, like, so I don't love Christmas music, but when I'm going and shopping, I do love the general ambiance of sleigh bells in the background.
Yeah.
It just makes it nicer during December.
They do it at malls, you know, they do it at stuff like that. And usually there is a Santa or something, but like at like grocery stores and stuff, like it's nice to have like generic shit, but you don't have to like trick me into it.
Please, also too, I think we talked about this before, but like in pop music, the early 2000s was easily, because that's when like dubstep really got into pop music.
Yeah.
It was easily one of the worst times for pop music, in my opinion, because like the dubstep shit is the most sort of synthetic, sterilized bullshit music. So it's like when you walk in and you just hear like early 2000s like Kesha and Katy Perry and shit like that, that's when I'm at. Because that's when I feel like, you know that energy you get of frantically scrolling on your phone, and you know you should have, you know, you're an hour into fucking Instagram Reels and your life becomes more and more meaningless and shit. And there's that general, you're like energized, but you still feel bad. Like you feel like you just ate a whole thing of Oreos. You know what I mean? You're like, I love this, but also I've never felt worse. That's the general vibe of like early 2000s dubstep pop that like infests in me. So like whenever I go into a store and they're just pumping out the most bullshit pop music, it feels like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it properly, but I still have the general tension I feel when I've been on my phone for too long. So that's why I would pick no music over that.
Yeah, I would say no music, but also I want to know like, because I think that's what it must be, something like that. There must be an issue with radio stations, or maybe there's not enough radio stations for them to do it, or they don't have like a Spotify account.
Dude,
or
are
some
there
shit.
like any,
you know what I'm saying?
Are there any real radio stations anymore?
That's what I'm wondering.
That aren't
like,
just.
I wonder if at one point they just had a radio station playing in the background, but then again, you can't. You have to worry about their programming.
Dude, you do have to, because I remember. We had a thing when I worked at that restaurant, Boston's. So we had we paid a service to do the music, but you'd run into a similar problem leaving the TVs on. And so like if you left the TV on the news, you'd occasionally, like, I remember I was working there when Casey Anthony happened.
Yeah, 26 girls raped.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God.
And you know how, like, at every fucking sports bar, there's 4 things on the TVs, but there's 40 TVs. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, if you have the news on and the story that day is like 20 girls got brutally raped and the worst rape possible, so it just says like rape in big letters. I remember I had to go to my boss because Casey Anthony was in the news. I'd be like, I don't think they're gonna want to look at that while eating their jalapeno poppers, sir.
Right.
Maybe we
Yeah,
switch
dude,
it.
It's crazy just because it's like you don't think about it. So it's probably, I wonder if it has something to do with that and or them making their announcements, whether it be for like sales or something, or even just like shit that's going on, like somebody needed and blah blah blah. Like they need your attention. They need the PA system. So they have the PA system already set up. But I would be interested to find out about like licensing and all this other shit, because there's obviously radio stations that don't.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying, because I heard definitely, and the licensing for music is hilariously called ASCAP. It's ASCAP.
More like a bunch of ass hats, if you ask me.
Right. Why don't you pull it back? Let these guys spread their wings. Can you guys zoom in on Pat for that one?
Did you see that?
But no, so I know like they're like that stuff. So the ASCAP shit, making sure basically, you know, they basically make sure. They say like musicians get paid, but it's like the record labels get paid, and then whatever their deal is, the musicians get paid.
They make sure the contract is fulfilled.
But that shit, that's the kind of shit, like, if they want to, they can technically, if there's karaoke DJs using the original tracks, they can technically shut down a karaoke DJ for doing that shit. So I'm sure there's something.
There's got to be something
I'm
like
sure
that.
there's something to if you fucking are just playing copywritten music that you didn't pay for, and so that's probably why they're filling out the time. But I like with just like welcome to Walmart Radio. But I do ask I love asking why. Because I can accept a lot of bullshit if I get the why. Like when you walk into Times Square in New York City, the why's pretty apparent. You know, all the negative aspects of capitalism.
Yeah.
That's the why.
Yeah.
But when I go like when I hear like Walmart Radio, I go, everyone involved in it doesn't want to be doing that. You know, they're all sitting there wishing they would have, you know, fulfilled their dreams of actually, or they're sitting there being like, well, real radio's dead, so this is what I have to do. And it's like, no one in the stores, like I joked earlier, is going in being like, hey, Walmart Radio's really pumping out the tunes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like nobody goes there to listen to it. Nobody listens to it outside of the store. Like,
yeah. I go, who's that for?
But that's really strange, because I'm sure maybe there are a couple people that would like a grandma or something like that. That's like, all right, well, what can I listen to? What would I feel safe putting on? Because again, just being like, I know when I'm in Walmart, they always play songs I like, but they don't. This is a thing. This is a thing that Adam Carolla would rail about all the times, about like playing like the thought of you have to play crazy pop music, or you have to play. It has to feel like club atmosphere every place you go, like at restaurant, like at like sports bars even.
Yeah.
Where you go in there and you're like I'm here to eat, like a barber shop. He was at a barber shop. He's like looking around, and all these people are like same 50s, 60-year-old dudes that are sitting here waiting for this lady to cut their hair. Who the fuck wants to listen to Katy Perry?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but they're like, there's this weird necessary thing to just blast music in places. And I think what it has to be is there must have been at some point, some kind of licensing crackdown with like playing radio stations over PA systems in stores and making those announcements, or some kind of thing where there's some distinguishable thing that certain stores, I'm sure department stores,
like it got more expensive to play that
what
shit.
they like invested in, and at some point everybody, because like I said, even Chipotle has their own like radio station.
Welcome to Chipotle Radio.
Yeah, so it's like it's something for like, hey, it's just something fun for the staff. You get something to listen to. But I think the only one that actually kind of gets it right is Starbucks, because they have multiple playlists for them to pick from, and it's actually pretty good songs, like popular songs from the 90s. Like, so like they're like kind of conversation starters through everybody, sing along, stuff like that. They have a Disney radio thing, or a Disney song playlist. Like,
that's why I always say, dude, like before genres got like the 60s and 70s, in my opinion, had the best mainstream music, because that was before genres got more distinct. It was like with the advent of like electronic instruments or something. I think that's when they first started to have much more distinct genres. Because if you go back and you listen to 60s rock, it's all like derivative of blues.
Yeah.
Like there's a difference between blues and like the 60s rock, but it's subtle. It's not like it all just takes from the structure of blues and shit like that. And then in the 70s, you definitely get more like a more arena rock vibe, but it's still just, it's not like a drastic shift. And then I feel like in the 80s, that's when it's like, you have fucking punk rock, and you have hair metal, and you have thrash metal, and like all this stuff's becoming way more mainstream. So, you know, then that actually, because that stuff's becoming more dynamic. And now I do think music generally is better now. Like there's substantially more bullshit clouding the spectrum. But I think like the bands I like now, I like them more than anything I like from like the 60s or 70s. But I think with like, so now with those genres becoming more dynamic, they're now open. There's a spot that's open for non-offensive pop music.
Yeah.
And that just got taken over by, like I said it before, just by like synthetic horseshit.
Yeah.
And that's why when you hear that stuff, if they license it, if they're not just doing fucking,
I'm sure they're going through individually with these songs and like having somebody curate it and be like, okay, these are approved.
of the most least offensive
this is
songs.
approved material. These are approved pop songs, country songs,
Yeah.
like blues songs, holiday songs, whatever it is. And like it's ultimately a job creator for like those stores and stuff, but it's probably not great for. It was obviously not great for radio stations. It must be either radio stations dying completely, or enough of them to affect enough of these chains for them to be like, it's smarter for us to invest in making our own radio station.
Radio stations are dead too. You realize that if you
well, radio in general. What nobody, if it wasn't for Sirius, I feel like most people wouldn't really, like there would be generations of people being like, oh yeah, radio. Like you mean like one of those old timey things? Like we still have radios. Like they're like they're kind of everywhere. It's like but it's a weird thing to think that like, you know.
Fucking
broadcasting is
the
like,
podcast apps need to like, dude, if Spotify included a radio option, because like I would like using the internet, I would, if I could, I would find actually now that I'm thinking about it, I could probably look for an actual radio station that kind of like, because I got to imagine there's like one curated modern rock station that doesn't suck ass, because that's like the whole thing where everything got taken over by algorithms. And I get from a business standpoint you wanting to do that, but as a consumer, there's just certain things where you're just like, can we please stop with the algorithms? Like, can we just get a guy that knows all about this? And I like, dude, the day and age where you'd go to the record store, you'd go to the video store, and you'd be like, what do you like, dude?
Yeah. I think, honestly, I just go by, like, you're right, though, algorithms in general. But, I mean, algorithms have brought us some pretty good things. At least me personally, like, in bands, like, band-wise. Mutoid Man, Flag Man, a couple other, like, what was the other one? Resistor was another band. Heavy Hitter. Well, no, I think you told me about Heavy Hitter.
Yeah, well, Heavy Hitter, but also the fucking social media algorithm got me Heavy Hitter. So no, you're right.
It works sometimes, but it's like it just sucks because even before, because I think the issue is it's the flawed nature of radio is what it was ultimately what happened.
Yeah,
it's like the fact that like the people that were choosing the songs were able to be corrupted.
Well, that's the whole.
And then it was kind of not like it was just kind of questionable after that, because then it's like you're playing it all the time.
That's called payola.
I know, but then they just figured out how to do it.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't payola anymore. Then it was just how the radio business works. And it's
yeah,
like,
true.
Oh wow. So like now, so they ultimately got it to a point where like if you're not already a rich established person, you cannot get brought on the radio. And then when everything opened up with the internet and shit like that, SoundCloud, all that other shit, that's what really ultimately I think, if not wasn't the final nail, one of the final nails, just to be like, now you don't have to be, now if you get established on this, you might get airplay, or
the
you
general,
might be doing them a favor by going onto their, you know what I mean, like.
Well, with any of the streaming, I think a lot of the streaming platforms in general showed, whether it's music or video streaming, they kind of showed that people are more a fan of on-demand viewing
I was just gonna say.
than like, oh, when's it at your? When are you gonna give it to me?
I think radio was kind of like the first Netflix in this case, where it's like they had that was like the standard. You know what I mean? Like that was kind of what it was, and like it got to a point where people, if you could get on the radio, it was like this will just be played in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Like, this is just good exposure. This is when you get on Netflix, you're automatically beamed into so many people's homes automatically. You're just on their For You page.
Yeah.
It's the same idea of like radio used to be this like, oh, if you could get on the radio, then it's almost like syndication. You know what I mean? Like you're playing. So somebody, it's just a chance that that was the original algorithm for sure.
Dude, the when did radio first come out? Like the early 1900s?
I don't. 1900. I'm gonna guess 1987. 1 year.
Did you say 87?
Yeah, is that good? No, too late. 1992.
Oh, dude, Google's so funny. I typed in when did radio, and the first thing that comes up is when did Radio Shack close?
Oh, damn.
That's what people care about.
Radio start.
The first car radio was 1922.
Jesus.
So
I
radio.
would not have guessed that.
I'm trying because this is radio came out in the 1800s, but I'm trying to like figure out
Like radio.
like when did it
Syndicated radio.
So let's just say like late 1800s, early 1900s is when when you could have like
So 1986 wasn't crazy.
He was like right there.
I was close.
Dude, it was like
Off by 100.
You're like a hair off. But no, so it's like, yeah, late 1800s, early 1900s is when you could have a radio in your living room, but it probably had to be like half the size of your fridge out there. It was probably that fucking big.
Yeah, you sat around it and shit
And
like
now it's a thing that is in your car and most people don't want it, and it uses fucking satellites, and if you try to get rid of it, Sirius will just be like, do you want 8 years of it for free?
Yeah. Hey, please come back. We'll give it to you for $1. We'll give you $1.
It's like, dude, 100 years ago, if you had a radio in your living room, that meant you were well off. If you have a radio in your living room, it means you're like fucking schizophrenic talking to truck drivers.
Yeah, why don't you just listen? Why don't you just go to Pandora, stupid?
Why don't you just get YouTube, asshole?
Yeah, because I guess Pandora was like that was probably there was I don't think it was
Pandora
just
ruled when Spotify wasn't normal.
Yeah.
Just being able to like shuffle
even just free Pandora was pretty good, even with ads.
Yeah, with ads. Because honestly, too, I think sometimes
that was radio for a bit.
I think sometimes you need ads. Not saying I'm pro like these corporations, but I think like I think with the age of streaming, people need someone to hop in and go, hey, take a break. Just go do something for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And like an ad fucking jostles you out of it. Because, dude, you've probably been there. Where like over the past couple days, me and Steph have sat on the couch for like 4 hours watching The Wire. Yeah. And it's like, we probably should have broken it up around 2 episodes.
Yeah.
But it's just so easy to just sit there and just watch The Wire. Because it's The Wire and it's so fucking good. I think I'm going to leave early and go watch The Wire.
Yeah, you can head out.
We've been talking about this for a while. You has a couple other topics that I was really interested in. I would like to get to them. Where would you like to start with your topics, Patrick?
I guess if we're talking about algorithms and finding new bands, we can talk about our merch that we got. I ordered us some Flagboy merch or Flagman merch. I got this one here. I got Listen to Flagman, and then on the back it says Flagboys for Life. Same font.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I like the one. Thank you for getting this for me.
Absolutely, bro.
I really like this one.
Yeah. It's I think there's also like I got another one. I'm very grateful for finding Flagman. I think they're a great band.
Yeah, I'm very curious about this because Flagman, they're not a full buy early, but they're kind of a buy early.
Pretty buy early, if I may, because
aren't they like 12,000? Like they're like 10,000 a month, right?
Right, and they're about to get one less if they don't watch it. I ordered 3 shirts. Now, I will say,
Wait. One.
yeah, this is
Two.
one. Now, I had this
Where's the other one?
this track shoot already. This wasn't in the order. Neither was the other shirt that I ordered. But I understand. I believe the bass player, I think, from Flagman was like packing up these orders and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. I think it might still be a pretty buy early. But I got the notification.
You missed your shirt.
I ordered it.
Yeah.
Paid for 3.
Paid
Then
for 3.
They said, and these were even delivered early. These weren't supposed to be here till Monday.
Ooh.
So that's why I want to say this is a compliment sandwich. I love the design of the shirts that I ordered.
Yeah.
All 3.
All 3. All 3. 1, 2.
I can't show you the other one because I'm gonna get to that part right now. This is the shit part of the sandwich,
Ooh.
where
Doo-doo.
I like all the designs of the shirts I got, but
We're
I
at the
didn't get all of them.
We're at the doo-doo part. Great bread. Doo-doo as the spread.
Oh, here comes the one with the toppings on it.
Ooh.
Right?
Are these toppings good or is it more doo-doo pee-pee?
Compliment sandwich always ends with another compliment.
Oh.
Okay. It should be if you're making if you're making compliment sandwich, actually it should be a mean thing, compliment mean thing, really, because that's if you make a steak sandwich, the steak is in the middle of the bread.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, what would be like?
But I would say the shirts I did get, I got them early.
Well,
That
that's
was
an
wonderful.
interesting. Well, that's an interesting. How would you want the compliment sandwich? Because it's like, imagine if you had a steak sandwich.
Yeah.
So would you want a
I
meat?
would like 2 things of steak with some stuff in the middle.
But would you like? Oh, you want bread in the middle of 2 pieces of steak? Is that how you do a sandwich? No, I was trying to think. Like, would you want the best steak ever, but on like soggy white bread, or? Yeah, I think I would take that because as I'm thinking of like a beautiful like ciabatta roll or something,
Yeah.
and just like overcooked shit steak, I'd be like, why are we even eating this?
Yeah, what's going on? Give me a fork and knife.
Yeah.
But I now I will say that the email I got when they shipped these said some of your orders.
Said we know you got 3. We
Yeah.
only want to give you 2.
That's the problem I think I want to specify is the fact that like the lack of communication on why not 3.
Well, wait, what was
why did you just send like even if you
What
waited
was
a
the
little
email?
bit, it said some of the items in your order have shipped, and I saw that this one and this one had, and I was like, yep, but
Oh,
but
so the
why
other
not-
one's
but why not
coming.
all of them?
The other one's coming though,
it has not shipped.
but it's coming.
I would hope, but that's what I'm saying is that's the email I want. These are the ones that shipped. This one is gonna ship.
Okay, so I will say this is par for the course because I just
Some of them.
I ordered my parents and my brother Christmas presents on Amazon, technically the day of Christmas.
That's why it's a Christmas gift, just like the compliment sandwich.
Yeah.
Why would I get them on the?
It's a gift I bought on Christmas that will get to you on the best day of the year, January 6th.
Yeah, is it called? Is it called a week before Christmas, or is it called
Christmas, exactly.
Thank you.
Now shut up, Mom. No, she doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, she won't even
I
open
did get her a sick shirt, dude.
She will not.
I got her a shirt of Saquon Barkley jumping over that guy. It looks fucking sick. And I got her a throw pillow with the same thing. It was real Saquon Barkley. I'm trying to get my mom into black guys.
Or black guys into your mom.
hey, come on, Petty.
What? Is that what you said?
Good joke, but I didn't like it.
I don't want that for my
If
dad.
it was anyone else's mom, I'd be laughing, but it's
So-
my mommy. You don't say
yeah.
that about my mommy.
So wait. So
Oh no! So I ordered my mom like 3 Eagles things. I ordered my dad 3 Phillies things, and I got my brother like an Amazon gift card because he's into Warhammer, and I don't know what any of that fucking shit is.
Yeah.
Not shitting on it. I just don't know what it is.
got it.
So his gift, Amazon was like, all right, gift card.
Ironically, Warhammer's not made for people that can handle war or hammers.
He can handle. No, my brother could be a drone guy. He could handle the drone and bomb brown people in different countries.
Let's just not talk about drones right now, Andy.
Oh, I forgot.
If we don't have to talk about drones, can we just not mention that right now?
Oh yeah, if you guys are into conspiracies, definitely check out No More Heroes because Pat is going to break. Pat's about to break.
I'm about to break.
Reading about these drones in Jersey. Watch
Somebody
that
wants
closer
to-
to the
yes,
end,
and
and I'm about to break. Looking for drones in the sky. This
is pure
podcast
vodka.
is killing me.
This is pure vodka. Drink the whole thing.
Oh, but yeah. So Amazon was like, all right, that gift card you got, Dave. That's coming on 27th. Saquon shirt, that's on like January. Like all the shit just is arriving at random times the next 2 weeks. Because it's
They're
like
still sending a physical Amazon card? They didn't just like give him like a digital one?
I chose the physical.
Nice. Fuck him.
I didn't. Well, no, I was like, send him.
You want to email it to him? No.
And then he
Have
types
him-
it into the website.
Have him wait.
Nah, you're right. Well, no, I did it all at the same time, so I could put it all on the Amazon card. So I
Have
could,
it go all
so,
at once.
so I could pay small installments. It was about me paying for it over time.
I gotcha. Good call. Good call.
Because I need to put $200 on a payment plan. Like and subscribe to the pod. We're
I
monetized.
should have done that.
Yeah.
Smart thinking.
After many years of
By the time I would have made the payments, I probably would have had all the shirts.
but that is also too with like I am curious about their like fulfillment process of like, do they just have all the shirts? Because some people don't necessarily want to hold on to all the items. Like I know people like when they work with Amazon, some people will fulfill Amazon orders out of their warehouse, or Amazon will physically have it in their warehouse. Vice versa. So
Yeah.
I hear you. Now, I will say this. It does seem like there needs to be, via email, a little bit more clarity.
Yeah, let me know when. Like, don't just. And also, I would have. It's not like I love Flagman. I love Flagman merch. I think it's great.
Oh, and for people
also-
who haven't heard Flagman, they're basically like if Primus was heavy, heavy, low, low.
Yeah.
So please go listen to them. They're
Wonderful
very
band.
good.
But like, I think these like I can wait till.
Their tunes are faster than the delivery. I'll say
I tell
that.
you what.
Ow.
But
I'm sorry.
love the merch.
Love it. I
I-
actually love this shirt.
It's great, right?
I mean, I don't know. The third one could have been better though. I could have.
I don't even want to show anybody what the design is, just because I'm like, I'll show you when it gets here.
Yeah.
But also, just like, this is not a. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I was just kind of like, I'm so excited that we got them early, but I would have been happy to wait just to have them all at once, and also probably save you guys on shipping. Come
Yeah.
on, I want to help you guys out.
Well, I'll say this for
you're
me.
gonna fit another shirt in there.
For me, for me,
Yeah.
for Andy, mine's here.
Yeah.
So that's
you got
all.
all your shirts.
So Flagman, you guys did a great job.
Yeah. Yeah. 10 out of 10 for Andy. And for me, 8 out of 10.
50% for Pat.
Well, 50%. 8 out of 10.
Oh, 3. Yeah,
Well, you know what? Yeah. 5 out of 10.
yeah. Because they got 2/3 of it right.
But if we're talking about shirts,
Yeah.
let's talk about a what can we call this? A legacy of merch blunders. I've heard of merch bundles, but this is a merch blunder.
You think there's a whole blunder?
Do you ready for this?
Oh, new thing.
It's a new thing.
Oh, I was gonna say I didn't know. I don't know if Flagman did a whole blunder.
no,
This
no,
is a
no.
new.
This is a brand new thing. This
So
is
wait, are
in
we
the
done
same
talking
time.
about Flagman?
Yeah, There's a band.
Oh, if it's about every time I die.
I think it is.
Ooh,
It's connected. It's a perfect segue.
just a reminder. Speaking of merch, I have great Christmas topics. But go on.
Okay, good. Atomic Rule Band.
Oh,
You know Atomic Rule.
I know.
They're a social media group that I started following. Well, not just social media. They're also a band, a 3-piece at the moment, featuring one of thine members of Every Time I'm Dying.
For the audio listeners, I'm wearing it every time I die.
Yeah,
Go on,
he
Pat.
just pointed at it a lot. That's what you were hearing. So I want to read this. This is We Are Atomic Rule.
Oh, their new post. I saw this.
The 3 of us are making music we want to play. We're currently finding a 4th on vocals. At this moment, once that's figured out, we're taking over. Yeah. Blissmas 24 was. Oh, by the way, Blissmas is. I want to try to go to that. That's like kind of Better
That's
Lovers version of
Tid the season. Yeah.
Was incredible opportunity. They, as we I think reported on, they were playing the Blissmas that year.
They were. Yeah.
They were
They did.
featuring. I think that's what it was. They were becoming featured on that one. They were unveiling themselves, And it must have been an instrumental band because they're still looking for a vocalist.
I was curious about that when I read the post.
They're doing heavy. They say we're doing heavy power. Hold on. Blissmas 24 was an incredible opportunity for us to give you all a taste of what we're doing. Heavy ass power grooves.
Ooh.
We'd like to thank Brainbuster, all these other people for all the help. Time and drive they have seen helped and brought effortless power to this opportunity to play in front of this crowd. Last but not least, thank you for Bleed.
What are you about to say?
For printing up
Oh, no.
amazing merch
Oh, no.
in no time. Incredible job. Grab a t-shirt on Big Cartel that will have a link. And if I may, Andy, you can look right now if you want. You did like the post. You were my enemy.
I did.
You will give me that Flagman shirt back until mine comes
Ooh,
here.
You gave it to me. It's mine now.
Fucking merch.
They did.
What? It's cool. It's a really cool shirt. Have a band yet. This is getting out of hand, and I feel personally attacked. I think this is we cannot confirm nor deny if Atomic Rule watches the pod, but we know that Better Lovers does. We know that Keith is watching this in the tub. He's got his
If
little
they
iPad.
do watch the pod, they
They do.
don't respect our opinion.
This is a attack, sir. And I challenge you to a fucking duel. This is crazy. You do not.
You're not a band.
You're not. This is fucking.
I didn't
me.
even contemplate how crazy. I didn't.
This is me in middle school, bro. This is me thinking, we got to think of like fucking merch ideas. Like, what are you talking about? We haven't played a show. We don't have 2 songs.
Dude, I didn't realize I was your Benedict Arnold on this.
Oh my God! You turn your back. You spit in my fucking. You
I
spit on a
didn't-
knife and then you stab me in the back with it.
In my defense,
Disgusting.
I believe I was looking at my phone at a stoplight.
You're like, oh, Andy's cool. I like Andy.
Oh, I wish I looked like him. I wish I had the.
Oh shit, my name's Andy too. That's what he did. Oh fuck, my name's Andy.
Oh
Fuck.
shit! Good name, like.
Fuck. But dude, I saw this. I was just flipping through and I was like, oh, that's such a cool post. And I'm flipping through the little pictures and I'm like, oh, that was a cool picture. And I was just like, what?
It's. I gotta say, Pat, it's a bit.
Do you see what I'm talking about now?
It's a little bit nuts.
This is too much.
It's a little bit crazy.
You play. Hey, it was cool to play that one show we had. Here's a shirt.
Here's a shirt.
If you had shirts there, even maybe just because like you're saying like this was the first time you ever got to see us live, or our first show. I got to have a shirt from the first show. If they make it through the echelon, I have a favorite of the new bands from Every Time I Die. I made that clear. It was a hard decision over months and months. I got a third favorite real easy. You know what?
I just realized what you were saying. I got a third favorite. It was
It'll
easy decision.
never change.
Also, you
I'll hold a grudge.
Also, I can tell your favorite is a long thought out opinion because
Yeah.
it's not a popular one.
Right.
Your favorite is Many Eyes.
I don't think that they're the better band.
You know what's
but
funny?
I think I like them a lot better, and I definitely like their album.
You know, I'm a victim of seeing both sides, and like I get very annoyed because I'm always like, a lot of my opinions are like, it'll be like, this is my opinion, but also give me 2 seconds to give you broader context.
Right.
Because it's
Let me
like,
narrow the like. I
you'll
know
be
a lot
like-
of people say this, but let me just tell you what.
well,
how I got here.
I'll be like, Better Lovers is the better band, and someone will be like, yeah, and Many Eyes sucks, and I go, well, they don't suck.
Right.
I think Better Lovers is better, but
Yeah.
Many Eyes gets too much shit. Like, every time I bring them up to people who know the band
Yeah.
or you read stuff online, they get way too much shit. And I think it's because, also, Better Lovers is good. they're not perfect.
No.
And I think it's because Better Lovers has the more
They're
fun.
cooler.
They have the
Yeah.
more fun. That's the show
Bro.
you'd rather want to go to.
Bro, they're fucking single dad.
Yeah, you like
Keith is mom, and they're single dad. And they're
exact.
they're like,
Yes.
I got a fucking go-kart. And they're like, he's got a fucking go-kart.
Like, oh,
he's going to let me hold the torch.
like, okay, so mom's not gonna let us drink, and she's gonna talk about God the
Right.
whole time, and dad's over there breathing fire.
Yeah. I'm going to go to the fire breather.
And there's just so many shirts.
Right. Yeah, and many
I can wear a different shirt every day of the week at dad's.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Is Andy is picking a side. Obviously, he's of the shirt
Oh
makers.
my god, dude! I'm picking fun stepdad. Not stepdad. I'm picking fun dad. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. You're single dad. You're fucking like, he's got a fucking new girlfriend every week. She's so hot.
You
And
don't, you don't get it. He's got a waterbed. Dad's so fucking cool.
bro,
I'm literally at that point, by the way, in The Sopranos. AJ
Oh, yeah.
AJ went over to Tony's, realized it wasn't the party he thought it was going to be, went back to mom's. Now he's chilling the fuck out. Still a little bit of a bitch. Can't stand AJ.
Yeah.
Still a bit of a bitch, but he's chilling out. Anyway, Patrick, go on.
No, that was my final thought. Was ultimately, if Atomic Rule doesn't fucking cut this shit out, they're gonna make my shit list.
Are you saying Atomic Rule is on Pat Watch?
Yeah.
They're on notice. They're on Pat Watch.
Atomic Rule, you drool.
Because it's so funny. It's like,
I'm so angry.
well, it's one thing to be like, okay, like if they put out an EP and then they put out a bunch of shirts,
We're
be
currently
like,
looking for a
you
single.
don't have a song out. You don't have lyrics for any songs you wrote.
I'm a lyricist.
You don't. Hey
You're
man.
looking for a lyricist.
Hey man. I don't think you have a band yet.
Yeah, bro. It's okay. You do definitely Atomic Rule to us, but why don't we just like, you know?
Is there a video of them at?
I don't know.
Was
actually.
it Blissmas?
Blissmas 24? Yeah, I don't know actually, but they have. You would hope they probably have like. I mean, I started following the band on the Instagram, so like I'm sure there'll be plenty of like clips or something like that, or I don't know. They probably had a guest vocalist come out and just scream over their music, maybe, or they just played sludge music. You know what I mean? Like I have no idea.
They posted some shit on their Instagram. Weren't they just doing like kind of rock and roll shit?
No. And if it's not, and if it comes out to be like eye rolly shit, I'm gonna be really pissed off. Like
That shirt does go hard.
I swear to God.
It's a good
You
shirt.
shut your mouth. I know you liked it.
Sorry, dude. No, I didn't like the shirt. I liked I saw that and I said, Andy Williams is very handsome.
Uh-huh.
And I said, I wish I looked like him. Like. Oh, shit. Green light.
Smash into the side of an HEB as fast as you can. Gotta kill myself.
Nah, dude.
I-
It's okay. I fucking hit a bunch of Mexicans like bowling ball pins at Fiesta.
They slowed me down. They but yeah, I just that
I
like
hit them and then they fixed my car for me.
bro, it was just like I couldn't. It felt like a direct attack. I know
It's
it
pretty
wasn't,
wild.
but it's hard to.
I
It's
mean,
hard to avoid it.
It's a
this point.
free country. You guys can do whatever you want,
Buy the
but
shirt.
it's pretty wild.
Yeah, buy the shirt. But if you buy that shirt, you're sticking a stake right in my heart.
Well, it feels like you're investing. If you buy the shirt, you're investing in a company. Like you should get a stake in Atomic Rule because
Yeah.
it's like you guys haven't even finished the product.
Bro, yeah, you're like already looking like they're.
I'm an
probably
angel
looking,
investor, Andy.
This should cover our social media manager that we're paying to run our like. It's like what really? You're already a business before
Well,
you're
there-
even a band.
There is.
You're already a business before you're a band. That's what's happening.
I will say this about the T-shirt.
They're
thing.
too professional.
I genuinely, because as a man who owns about almost 20 every time I dye shirts, I like merch a lot. And also most of these shirts are purchased for me by my wife while she's drinking, getting me like presents for my birthday or something, or occasionally just cause. Which, by the way, before we get out of here, I want to talk about Christmas presents.
Oh, yeah.
Because I got good Christmas presents. But like, I will say this, like there gets to a point, and I'm very mixed about it because I know that none of these dudes in these bands are rich. And if you can make money off merch, make your fucking money. But there does get to a point where you're like, it's like you guys know how fanatical your fans are. You know they're not going to be able to control themselves.
This feels Bitcoin-y.
You
or this
know
feels
they're-
crypto-coiny. Yeah.
Yeah, like one of the shit coins.
Yeah,
you
the
mean.
one where they pull the rug out and shit like that.
Rug
That's
pull,
kinda,
yeah.
this feels kind of like that. Where you're just
Atomic rule, more like Hawk Tua rule. I wish I had a better joke for that.
like, this is an atomic rule coin.
This is
You know what I
Hawk-
mean? Like that's
You guys
essentially.
are Hawk Tua.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you're giving them a shirt. You're giving them a physical shirt. But like, other than that, really, what like a shirt for what?
It's like it reminds me too of when like WWE they're not as bad, but they used to be like so fucking bad about this. Where like I remember when do you remember Alexa Bliss? She's like the blonde chick with the bubble butt. There's rumors she's coming back. I pray to God. She just had a baby. Her boobs are probably huge. But no. So there was like one time on WWE where she came out and she like, I forget why, but she just like, she'd like walk out, act like a mean girl, and she always had a cup of coffee with her. And that was like a thing.
Yeah.
And then she like bedazzled the coffee. And she did that for like 2 or 3 episodes. And then you look on WWE's website, there's a fucking Alexa Bliss coffee t-shirt. There's a coffee button. There's like 10 different Alexa Bliss coffee things. And it's like WWE knows what they're doing. There's hardcore wrestling fans that are like completists and they want to get fucking everything.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh,
Yeah.
we did this bit for 2 or 3 weeks. Let's make $300 worth of merch that we know a shit ton of people are going to buy just cause.
Yeah, it's almost like the NFL does that a lot of times too, where they're like, these are the approved sideline hats. These are the approved, like, here's the cold weather hats, like, and they're always wearing, like, obviously the new merch.
Oh, and don't they like force the players to wear them?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everything.
They're
But
usually
you know what
the
I really
shittiest looking ones too.
want? You know what I really want? I've always wanted?
Head.
Yeah.
Never had head.
Well, no. No.
It's really good.
Really?
All right.
Guys, don't watch. We're not going to stop recording.
What are friends
or
for?
edit this out.
We're gonna turn the volume up.
I want one of those fucking big ass coats they wear over their pads because I always.
Why? They're so big.
I don't know. They just look so
They're
cool.
so big and unnecessary.
I swear to God, I've always wanted those. That's the nerd. Like that's the thing where I'm like, I don't know if you can buy those or not.
Did you ever see the one Tom Brady was wearing? I don't know if it was Photoshop
so cool.
or
They're
not.
like capes.
Dude, do you remember the Kanye Lil Pump video where he's like, "You're such a," and they had like the
Yeah,
huge.
they're like
There's
juice
a
boxes.
picture of Tom Brady wearing an outfit like that, and I do not know if it's Photoshop.
I don't think so. It's because they have the big shoulder pads on, and then they put that coat on.
It like
over
keeps
them,
him super
and they're
warm.
just like. So then they just look like a big box of like fat. They look almost like a portable sauna.
Dude, that's gotta go so hard, by the way, when you're like toasty warm on the sideline,
Yeah.
and then it's like
just
snowing and cold, and you're just like out there like, I'm in a t-shirt. I'm only gonna be out here for 2 plays. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I got a nice comfy blanket.
I'll
at
be
home.
cold for 10 minutes.
I got my NFL Snuggie. I want one of those so bad. Those little fucking cool rain snow ponchos.
Let's I want to talk about Christmas because it was a very band merch filled Christmas for me. And I gotta be honest, Steph, she goes, I'm trying to think of an analogy of just doing the same thing over and over again and always getting positive results.
Yeah.
She just goes to the same well and it works every time. And we've included a new band into the mix. For the longest time, dude, it just had to be Every Time I Die or Run
They
the
gotta
Jewels.
be running out of merch at this point. Even they probably slowed down production of new shirts, right?
Well, I don't know what they're
Probably
doing.
just running through the old.
I think
inventory.
they're slowing down because they were doing Every Time I Die was doing throwback ones because I had a lot of like Parts Unknown themed merch.
Yeah.
And I randomly got like 2 or 3 people to be like, "Oh shit, that's a throwback shirt." And I go, "Is it?" I was like, "I got this like a year ago."
Yeah.
And I go, "Oh, they must have reprinted a bunch of shit." But yeah, it's funny too because they keep making merch with one of my favorite lyrics, the "Give My Love to Buffalo." line in on the Sly, I think is the song on
They're
Radical.
probably like leaning into their like the sports side.
Yeah, because the 2 shirts I got look like sports apparel.
Yeah.
So she got, and you know what's funny? Run the Jewels is the exact same type of whores every fucking time. They'll put out a bunch of T-shirts and they'll be like, "Here's some sweatpants. Here's an oven mitt. Here's a paper towel."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But this one was really cool, where she got me beer glasses, and they had Run the Jewels engraved on all of them. And then they had each of the Fist and Pistol from all 4 albums.
They had the Fistles?
The Fist. they had the Fistles, and then thrown into the mix. They're not merch.
New band.
What?
New band?
New band into the mix, which I think.
Hold your breath.
Hold your breath.
Can I guess?
It's gonna be a huge shocker.
No, actually, I am gonna guess. I would think I was gonna be wrong in the first one, but now I know. Kublai?
Oh, Kublai.
Okay, I was gonna say Idols at first, and I was like, no.
Nah, I'm really.
That's a stupid guess.
What'd you say?
I was gonna say Idols, and I was like, well, you don't like them that much.
I don't talk about them that much.
Yeah.
I do like them a lot. They did pop up on my Spotify Wrapped, but that was just because I got into them for like a month.
Yeah.
I still listen to them, but no, Kublai Khan got in the mix.
Texas.
And well, dude, that's the cool part. So the shirt just says "Khan is King" on the back. It rips. It feels like it's gonna be too short after I wash it. So I got a good day of it fitting properly.
Do you air dry your shirts? You should air dry your shirts.
Yeah, Steph does all that. So
well, tell her, grab her by the hair, say, Steph, Pat suggested that you air dry my shirts so my belly won't hang out the bottom. Thank you. I love you.
I understand losing weight's an option, but I'm not gonna.
I'm not ready
Life is hectic. I don't smoke weed. I need to drink light beers to calm down.
Waiting for a health emergency as a wake-up call.
The second I get an influx of money, I will be happier.
Or an influx of acid in my heart, and that leads to fucking...
That won't happen. I've been taking those pills Pat said I should take every day.
Nice job.
They've been helping. I've been eating a lot of red sauce, so I need it.
Yeah, you gotta test them.
Dude,
Otherwise they don't work.
Oh, and then...
Give them something to work on.
I made myself sick on Christmas.
Gross.
Because Steph made... She always acts like she can't fucking cook, and then she makes the best shit ever. She made a lasagna with like 3 cheeses. We used Rouse, and which pasta tip to the people out there. I read somewhere if you add
that's how Italian versions of sex. They just put in the pasta tip.
Italian Mormons. That's how they soak.
I'm soaking it.
Hey, Jesus, I didn't thrust. It's okay.
I'm soaking in my wife's gravy.
God damn it, dude. That's great.
Sorry.
God, that's good stuff.
Pasta tip.
That's good stuff. If you take some of the pasta water and pour it into the sauce, binds with. Don't act like you know it. Let this be a fun thing I'm bringing to the group.
No, you took Nate's tacos. I'm taking your pasta tip.
No, don't immediately say this is the thing everyone knows.
Justice.
Don't take this from me. Justice? Nate deserved that.
Justice for Nate.
There's nothing I hate more than people with their fucking Chipotle hacks. Just buy it and leave. Just fucking buy what you want.
Don't talk about it.
And then pay what it is. I hate these fucking Chipotle hacks.
You want Chipotle to be run more like the Soup Nazi.
I don't know why, but Chipotle hacks drive me insane. Just go to Chipotle, order what you want, pay for it, and leave.
Can I tell you a fun noodle hack?
You're a noodle hack.
That's true. I'm a noodle dick. There's hey, I just hurt myself.
How'd you do that?
I don't know.
How'd you make the joke meaner?
Now you like the ramen, do you?
Yeah.
Instant ramen, you ever do it?
Love it. Have some of my...
Heard of it? Tap ramen?
Just now.
All right.
Sounds like I want to get into it, Pat.
You take the flavor packet. You go...
No. You know what I like to do? I take it and I go...
Oh, you go, is this pure?
Yeah. And then Steph looks at me in the corner and goes... She calls me the F word. You're
It's true. No, it's... Speaking of noodle dick, no, there's I think there's a hack where you take the packet, you put it in a bowl, you cook the noodles in the water like normal. As you're boiling those, you take the packet, You put it in there with one egg yolk, just the egg yolk,
Yeah.
and one I just use one spoonful of like olive oil mayo or like Kewpie mayo if you have that, and you stir that up. Right, same idea. If you take just a little bit of the pasta water, you do that so that egg doesn't like cook up.
Yeah.
You just heat that water up, and then you pour the rest of the water and the noodles in there. You have like a creamier, savory ramen.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different things. Mike
fucking
Eaton.
awesome.
Mike Eaton was telling me one. Known Ladybird Lake killer, Mike Eaton. Oh wait, that's a No More Heroes bit. And no, he was saying he was doing a similar thing with the egg, but he was also there's like a way you can do it with like peanut butter, and it tastes like you're eating Thai food.
Yeah. There's like so many different hacks like that, but like I feel like that pasta water thing is like it's just like is it just the salt and the shit or whatever? Like you said, it binds it or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something like it's the starches or something that comes out in the pasta water that binds the sauce to the noodles better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got the shirt.
Nice.
It said Supreme or Khan is King on the back, and then Steph got me a big ass flag, shape of Texas, says Kubla Khan on it.
Nice.
So
wait, the shape of Texas? Like so, it's like. How are you gonna hang that?
No, it's Texas. Oh wait, yeah, I did say that.
Okay.
No, you're not wrong. I did say that.
I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Because I was about to be like, no, Pat, it has Texas on it, and I go, you didn't say that to him though, so why would he think that? I do actually have chicken nuggets in my freezer at the shape of Texas.
You do.
Yeah, it's $5.99
Oh yeah,
for a big bag of those, dude. Air fry those up.
I'll hang those up on my porch and salute them. I tell you what.
I would salute a chicken nugget before I goddamn.
So
flag.
wait, are you gonna put the Kubla Khan next to the gallows flag?
Well, I gotta hang up the gallows flag.
Which one do you fly at half mast when something terrible happens? Or which one do you fly upside down when we're in trouble?
if Matt Honeycutt turns into a goddamn liberal, that's when I'll fly it at half mast.
Yeah,
because he's a goddamn beautiful MAGA loving American.
Goddamn mustache. Fucking Nosferatu looking motherfucker.
Did you see that, by the way?
Liked it.
Because Dave was talking about going to see it.
Yeah.
And I want to see it, but I didn't want to like leave the house on Christmas.
I would say you don't have to see it in theaters. I would say if you want to support it, it is worth it. Like, but it's not like necessary.
Okay.
But it is visually. It's like because the original. Have you ever seen the original?
I
wanted to bring this up because it's music related.
Like I've seen parts of the original, not like the actual movie.
I saw the original.
Are you talking about the silent film?
Yeah, I saw the original version of Nosferatu, the silent film, but it was the one that was scored by I think Typo Negative.
No shit.
Yeah, so there is a musical element to it. There is a thing, and it's like it is pretty compelling to watch. Like it's shitty because it's 1920s fucking silent film, but the story itself is super horny, even for back then. And this one's super horny too. Like that. That's kind of the running theme a lot of people are making online is how fucking horny Nosferatu is, and still kind of disgusting looking. But it's a good movie and visually incredible. And I also found out. Fun fact about Nosferatu: under $50 million budget apparently. And if you're watching this, because the original is a silent film,
how much under? Like 40?
Even if it is $50 million, this is incredibly impressive because you look at so many movies. Like the point I saw made was like, look at how many fucking $200 and $300 million movies are made that are garbage, that have no story, that have nothing else. I know this is a retelling, but this is also. There's so many different parts, long stretches in the movie where it's just silent, but visually, like compelling, gripping.
Dude, if you have like a performer in the film or whatever willing, because there's a Skarsgård in there, right?
Dude, there's a Skarsgård. There's the guy there's Beast from the new X-Men guys. There's dude, Johnny Depp's daughter shows her nipples.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't call them breasts.
I don't even know what she looks like.
She's
got cute little boobs.
Kind of like Helena Bonham Carter, unfortunately.
Ooh, she got cute little titties.
Well, like I like I said, she showed her nipple. I wouldn't say there's breasts necessarily, but again, super horny. She's super. She did like everybody did a ton of work.
Yeah, and
they're also like Willem Dafoe's in it too. Well, there's a ton of great actors in it. I don't even imagine how like the cast was paid under 50.
No, there's some. Well, that's the thing I was gonna say is like there's something to these like big name actors taking a pay cut. Like I was just talking to my one buddy about like why the Patriots were so good versus like some of these teams will have, like some of these football teams will have a really good QB, but they'll want to take too much fucking money and they won't. Then they're like, okay, we have you, but we don't have enough money for like a good line.
Yeah.
Like fucking apparently Tom Brady would always take like a really low salary because he's like, surround me with the best guys. Because Tom Brady's like, dude, I'll get sponsorships and you guys can pay me on the back end. He's like, I want to get Super Bowls. And that's where you get, when it's Marvel, it's like, yeah, it's fucking fucking get them for whatever you can. But that's usually the move on these like smaller movies like Nosferatu. And I was happy to hear you said $50 million because you don't see the like mid-range movie anymore. You basically see movies that cost a couple million, or you see the movies that are worth like $100 million. You don't really see the $40 to $50 million movies anymore.
I think Jack Nicholson took a similar deal in Batman. To be in Batman 1, he took a lower salary, or I think it was like no pay, and points on the back end for both Batman 1 and 2. So he was like, I already know you're gonna make a second one, or basically in his contract was like any other movies that you direct in this series. Okay, I get points on that whether I'm in it or not. So like he got paid. He got a fuck ton of money from Batman and Batman 2, Batman Returns. The Tim Burton ones, like just from his one contract.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's like something like that. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff like that.
Well, that's why like ever since
I'm sure everybody took a similar deal to that because there was tons of practical effects in this. There was
dude, that's what I hate
there were
about
obviously special effects,
That's why I don't watch most of like modern horror anymore. Is like no one uses practical effects. Like I think there's like, I mean, I'm no expert on the genre, but I think there's a little bit of a comeback on a resurgence of practical effects. But like there was a time where they were just overusing all the fucking CGI and shit, and it just looked stupid.
Dude, Furiosa it made me Furiosa watching it because it was fucking terrible looking. Thank you. I wish I could. I would just take the whole
You have to pick up the whole thing.
Hit you in the head with it.
I actually watched a bunch of good movies.
But it was
besides just The Wire.
But I will say that Nosferatu, like knowing the original, I would say a better version of, or a better movie to watch to learn about Nosferatu would be Shadow of a Vampire, which has Willem Dafoe playing Count Orlok.
Nice.
So he's actually playing the Shadow, who apparently the real guy. That story is like that guy was actually a fucking weirdo.
Oh really?
Like the real guy, like. They're making this film with him. He only wanted to film at night. He only wanted to he was being super weird and pervy with the lady. Yeah. A lot of people experienced apparently weird like behaviors on the set, like almost like that were happening in the film. Yeah. So like this guy, they just thought at first was super method as an actor, but the guy was like, "Oh, I don't know who this guy is. I thought you knew who he was. Like I thought you were the guy who was about he just kind of ended up as being their villain. Like it's a really interesting story.
He just ended up in the movie?
Like he was like, they were like, well, he's perfect for the role. Obviously, he's fits the crazy, description of like.
Oh, and then when they were doing the movie, they thought he was method acting.
They're like, oh, so where'd you hear about this guy? He's like, I didn't hire. I wasn't the guy that brought this in. He's like, I thought you were the guy that brought him in. Like, so he's just like, they're like, oh,
people like that. Fascinate me because I just can't. I told you I've been Instacarting a lot more, so I've been having a lot more time to think, and I was like thinking about things that stress me out, and I was trying to like reframe my life to be like, all right, how do I do the things I like and not be constantly like stressed out? And I basically got down this rabbit hole, and I realized I'm like, I think I'm a little autistic because like like legit, but no, like not just like. I know we'll joke about like Lemaire's autistic, but he's just more fucking weird and an egomaniac. Yeah. Like I don't know if he's autistic or not, but I'm like sitting there like I'm like, why is Instacart so fun to me? I'm like, oh, it's because of the intense structure of it. Yeah. And like the direct nature of it and the it's like I'm realizing I'm like, oh, I do better with vague layers of structure
and shit.
And like someone like that fascinates me because I could not be that guy for a fucking minute of my day.
Yeah, it's just a interesting in general. The story of the making of the original Nosferatu is really interesting. The original movie is a fucking silent film, but you can watch it with the typo negative one. It's a really interesting, like, cool thing. You kind of get into. It's like listening to The Wall and watching what's
What's typo negative known for?
I don't know exactly.
I've
industrial.
heard.
I think like industrial.
They're industrial.
Like metal. You know,
I
like
thought they were like punk for the longest time.
I'm pretty sure not. Like they're more like heavier. Like they're sludgier. Like
okay.
it's gonna be like long and like it's almost like I think it was like Dark Side of the Moon and Wizard of Oz, where like it kind of lines up every once in a while.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of the same idea, but they specifically made the music
Wrote it
for
that. Yeah.
So it's a really cool. It's an interesting thing. That's a cool version to watch, but also. New one, not as much cool music, more. Again, it was weird how the lack of horniness was for a while, except for some of Homegirl's convulsions and shit like that. She was like,
That made you horny?
it was weird. It was just kind of like, is she coming or like is she like sick? Like I don't know what they're trying to convey here. It just seems like they're like, she's having a night terror. It's so funny. It's really ironic the whole time. They're like, oh, what's causing her troubles? Too much blood. They need to drain. Well, we got to drain some of her blood. And they're just like, damn, they're fucking idiots. But yeah, it's the 20s.
It's so funny. Like we still
Bitch got too much blood.
We still don't have a proper understanding, I think, of mental health.
Yeah, too much blood.
But like it's even, but like I feel like we have a better grasp on it than they did like back then. So it is like there's a great scene in.
Turns out blood's great for brains.
there's a great. I've only watched the first couple episodes of it, but there's a great scene in Mad Men where like his wife is getting depressed and he's like, genuinely, unironically, he's like, "But I bought you all this shit."
Yeah. I love the
What the
fact
fuck
that
are you talking about?
at one point to try to cause they would have like women's like hysterical women, a treatment for hysterical women
Yeah.
was coming. They're like, when was the last time you cummed your wife?
Oh,
they
wait,
would,
would
they
they,
would give
like-
her a vibrator and like send her into a room and be like, go cum yourself, weirdo. You're acting weird. Quit being weird. Go
I
cum
get where
yourself.
their head's at. There have been times
Clear
where
the fog, whore.
there have been. I mean, but be honest though, they're like obviously they're not 100% right, but I get where their head's at because there's been times where like you're like I did good in there, and you're like your wife's noticeably in a better mood.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
exactly.
Yeah,
So maybe they were right about all that.
yeah. They had it right.
All right, that's a good time to wrap up. Thank you for watching. We love you all. Until next time, be about it. Peace.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.